my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody just calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
come
on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Take it. Take my hand.
From G.A. Henty, author of Sturdy and Strong, and In the Hands of Cave Dwellers, comes this classic short story, White-Faced Dick, a tale of manhood and unlikely friendship. Published by Blackie & Son, it's accompanied by the maritime adventure, A Brush with the Chinese. This is a collection that's perfect for any fourth grader who's pure of mind and blood. White-Faced Dick and Another Story. A classic for the ages.
Welcome, everybody. Good morning. What am I doing up there? Darth Bergantis is back. It is officially cold again in Australia. So I'll have my hood on until my hiding the forehead. Or do I expose the forehead? That looks a bit weird. Hello. No, let's Darth it up a little bit here. Yes, that's much better. No. Somehow Darth Bergantis returned. I know, right? Happens every winter. You like to draw with a little bit of comfort around the old noggin. Hope you are well this morning. I've got my tea. I'm ready to go. And I see Mo came in here questioning again. He says, first? Not again. It does keep happening. It's been a while since I played the rules video. Even though Mo knows the rules and he flaunts them every time. Where the hell is it? That's how long it's been. I don't even know where it is anymore. Don't tell me I got rid of it. There's no way I got rid of it. There it is.
I may be down, but I'm not out. Tom Brady's never out. You broke the rules. You broke the rules. You breaking the rules. You broke the rules. You broke the rules. How you found out I broke the rules? Yeah, you broke the rules. I'm commissioner. I can break the rules because you guys broke the rules before. But I didn't bust you enough. Just because you didn't bust us enough for breaking the rules, that doesn't mean you can break the rules busting us now. Both of you guys, I can do whatever I want. I'm breaking the rules. You, I'm Tom Brady. You, I'm the commissioner. I'll make up new rules.
Miss Cartman. I haven't watched South Park in forever. I don't even know if it's good anymore. Raiden says, I heard coffee is serious. Oh, serious a business in Aussie land. Yes, it is. Very serious business. I think Melbourne coffee is probably considered the best coffee in the world outside of Italy, I think. But that's probably because we have so many Italians here. We have an Italian diaspora. Where was I getting to? Hail Mo Biggs, the Golden Wrench. Do question marks count? They absolutely do. Well, they count and they make it you are not first, which means Jim Cox is first, which means a changing of the guard, putting up the banner, flying it high. He says, I might not be around. Well, at least you'll be up there in spirit. We've got Citizen Ronan in the house. Maromi's here. What's up? And another story. That's how I should. Here's Lucent, Waking Dream, Fractured Mind, and another story. Maybe that's how I should market Fractured Mind. What's up, Raiden, Duck Bacon, Got Blade, also not first. Tank Ferret, hail to all you magnificent bastards and bastettes. I like that. And I also like Mo saying, everybody kindly hit like and subscribe. Of course. And the smiling a Bandito in the house. What's up, Bandito? Did I say hello to Duck Bacon? That punish you did was awesome, man. I was going to put it in the art share, but there's been so much Punisher lately. I thought Rob might burst an aneurysm. Maybe next week. We got first to aspire. Mo says, I don't like the implication that Bancroft has me and Gaitars on his mind. Yeah. It's hard when you do the forehead emoji like that. You always run the risk of someone else slipping something in my mind. What will it be? I don't know. Americans come to Melbourne and they freak out how good the coffee is. They tried opening Starbucks here and it just didn't take. I think they still have some, like at an airport or something, but you don't see Starbucks really in Melbourne. Too pompous for that. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know what they're all talking about. Are you Color and Fractured Mind Bancroft? I am indeed. That's a nice page. Don't screw it up. I will endeavor to answer your prayers. Bancroft, after all, does mean Beanfield. That is true. Italy has terrible coffee. Are you sure about that? I thought it was known as the home of coffee. Mo thinks maybe the best stimulants come from Colombia. Is that why Jake went there? He said he went there to take a tooth out, but the best coffee comes from the birthplace of coffee, Ethiopia. I didn't know that. Butt Soup says, Comicsgate sucks. Well, thank you for your opinion. Butt Soup. Italians squeeze lemon into their espressos. Well, again, look, any of you out there who has ever drunk a coffee, you know more about coffee than I do. I'm a tea man. Yes, like Citizen Ronan. Tea men stick together, and I can drink it out of my Don't Tread on Me tumbler here that I got at Bucky's in. It wasn't Jacksonville. It was near Jacksonville. St. Augustine. That's what it is. That's where not Matt. Luke Aglieta. That's where he lives. I don't drink no cold tea. Ugh, hot. Give it to me hot and black. I agree, Jaro. Yes. In America, we can drink coffee and tea. Well, so do we here, but I just don't. I really do love the smell of coffee, but the taste, I don't know, it doesn't match up. But I do love the smell. Godblade says I'm sipping a Coke. I might be doing that later. Coke regular or a Coke Zero? All right. So I did the middle panel because I wanted to do a short. I was a little sloppy. I should probably fix that up now that I've got you all here. Because I had it zoomed out. When I do a short, I've got to work kind of zoomed out, which is probably a good thing to do anyway. But some of the smaller details, yeah, a little. Look at this. I mean, outrageous. You spend all that money on a comic and you get things coloring outside the line. Now I just have to go in and find out where the hell that is. Oh, there it is. Pretty easy, actually. Pretty easy. Just very quickly tidy this up a little bit. You couldn't see it on the short, but I knew it was there, and I just had to grit my teeth and move on. We have Starbucks at work, says Baromi. It's just convenient. Yeah, when I was over in Florida, Camel and his wife would go to Starbucks, and I would say, "No, I'm good," because I don't pay for tea. Well, I mean, I don't go out. I don't drink tea when I'm out. That's just weird to me. I don't understand that. And I'm not drinking coffee, so. But yeah, it's a whole thing. It's like fast food coffee. Which, yeah, Australians are just never going to get into. There's too much. We have the hipster baristas and everything, you know. It was just never going to take off. That's our one claim to anti-capitalism, is we fought back the big bad Starbucks corporation. Everything else we adopt and, you know, destroy local business, but not that. Mo says, my old dog drank coffee from a bowl simply to spite the Asians and their beloved. That's one theory. It's a working theory. I don't know if it's accurate. We'll never know. I mean, Georgie's dead. I'm going to say like 27 years or something. I don't know, actually. I can't remember when Georgie went to doggy heaven. All right, where the hell is this? It's there. Okay. Hipsters. Yeah, but they make good coffee, apparently. I'm led to believe. Who got started on this? Where did you hear this coffee thing, Raiden? Raiden Radio, by the way, has a Eudaimonia 3 coming out soon, launching. What's that now? You've got all these layers, which is great when you want to change things, but when you're working on things, it can get a little confusing. Maromi says, the second best coffee I had was in New Mexico. They also sold baked goods. I feel like that was a double entendre. It's the coffee show. Everyone's talking about what coffees they drink. Cranberry Lange is in the house. Drinks either espresso, black coffee, caramel macchiatos, or Italian sodas. Well, you would fit right in Melbourne, I think. That sounds like exactly the sort of shenanigans they get up to around these parts. It's probably good over here, actually. Oh, whoa, hey, oh, whoa, wee. Just fix this up, and then we'll get to some new stuff. Nope. Yep. Cranberry is a hipster? I mean, we all secretly knew it. In our heart. In our heart of hearts. Mo says first Viper was busted. Then Steve became one with the Force. Rest in peace, Steve. Big pharma crackdowns and heavy border security. I'm going to have to start mainlining coffee just to survive. Yeah, you can't go superhuman without the right stimulant. I just realized as well, I need to have some kind of this very nice old-fashioned type lamp that he's got up here, which I'm very grateful that he put up here. I'm missing a bit of boob light. Oh my god, sloppy work. Where is it? Oh no, that one's down here. I got a separate one for them. Do a little blend. All right, screw this. Gonna do it proper. What the? Oh, I'm coloring the wrong thing. Oh my god. I'm always the worst when I'm on stream. It's like I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Yep. Good. Not the first time Bancroft cast undue shade on the nipple. Yes. Good bogan to you bogans. Hello, Iodine. Reese says, I've been drinking a coffee called Death's Head. Have you noticed every YouTuber now is doing coffee? When did that become a thing? I just can't believe how sloppy my lines are on this. I thought it looked good from a distance. Just goes to show. Let's move on. I think we're going to do this part down here. We shall bogan till our bogans bogan off. Do it. Do it. I encourage you. All right, now I think, I mean, this is technically supposed to be, this part here would be this part here, kind of carried on. So it won't be as light as that. And I needed to contrast from that. So I might just kind of fluff it a little bit. Let's see what I did up here. Yep. Can I put any glow on at all? What's that glow? What's that? Let's see how we go. All right. Remy says, if I was richer, I would be more hipstery, like artisan baked goods, fancy treats, less poisoned food, believe in an ancient Chinese secret. There's a YouTuber I've been watching who's amazing. He doesn't look that old either. He looks like he's in his maybe 20s. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes with these Chinese fellas. They're very good skin complexion. He makes the most incredible bespoke like a Chinese, bowls and plates, and he makes wax and fabrics, and he makes them all 100% traditionally, and he has this YouTube channel and he films the whole thing. It's crazy. It's very relaxing to watch, but also, yeah, you would think kind of hipstery in today's context. I don't know what to do here. Just plow ahead and we'll see how we go. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do the down here first. That's probably the first thing I should do. Dear Lord, I thought you'd said Chinese balls. Bowls. Bowls. B-O. Maybe he makes Chinese bowls as well. I don't know. What's going on? Yes, the accent. It does. It's been known to trip us up. Like the word, we figured out. Well, we know the word porn, as in adult entertainment, is the same pronunciation as porn, as in a chess piece or pawning your goods. Same pronunciation. And I also recently found out that we pronounce June, as in you got the month June, and then you've got sand dunes. So you got the movie and book June. It all sounds the same. And then there's also now slightly a little bit more controversial. You've got a Jew, right? A Semitic believer of the Jewish faith. But then you've also got the stuff that collects on the ground on a colder morning. Jew. So, if you come out of your house on a cold morning, you might say, oh, there's dew on the grass, or there's dew everywhere. That's how Australians talk. It's not our fault. It's just our accent. And I only really just noticed that the other day when there was actually a large amount of dew everywhere, all over the place. Yeah, you guys say dew. We like to swallow the J with put a little D in there. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Maromi says it. Porn and porn. I don't know. It's the same thing. I can't differentiate. When you say can't, it sounds that's another thing. We like to stretch it out. We say can't. So a lot of us will put an R in that just for fun. Alrighty. Actually, I might. Okay. Looks like she's jumping down into hell. Django. Yeah, it's like Django. Exactly. What's up, David L? Great to see you. He says good evening. Well, good morning to you. She's been through hell. All right, now I'm going to actually go in. Oh, no, hang on. I need to do a little bit more here. Before I start that, just a touch. Now I can actually zoom in here and do it properly. The way I should have done. But I don't like to zoom when I do the shorts. It annoys me when I see that. Maromi's putting the link in there to sign up to Fiendish 3. It's over on fiendishcomic.com and Indiegogo. Looking forward to that one. Also looking forward to a different kind of thing. Groken 3, which is coming out soon by all accounts. Which is very exciting. Now, we leave that one. Maybe. See how coloring is like problem solving? It's like figuring out a puzzle sometimes. And you got to think about what you're supposed to do. You really can't just brain dead it. All right, this one here, I think as well. Roquefort just released a bunch of art tutorials. Did he? Oh, well, I'm checking that out. I tried my hand a little bit of coloring, and it was all right. I mean, it's fine. I don't think anyone's gonna. But I want to learn his magic, so I will be checking that out. Unless it's just draw like me, just draw like this. Are they on his YouTube, Chris? I must admit, I took Roquefort's YouTube channel for granted, and I didn't watch it enough. Now he's been busy. Getting the lighting right seems like it would be hard, says Michael Teacher. It can be. It absolutely can be. But I mean, it doesn't have to be scientifically perfect. It just has to, look close enough. Because no one's actually going to study it. They just, as long as it looks, right enough. But yeah, it can be. Yeah, see, I think that there would be some ambient light in there. So when we go back in, and it's too harsh. Let's see what I can do. Nick Axe says, no, Bancroft, this is all wrong. Whenever I flip through the air, I strategically placed bouncing castles every 30 feet in the street below. Well, you don't have to when it's a dream. You can do whatever you want. Crabby lenses. Yeah, like those drawing guides are like first draw 2 ovals, then a third, and then you just, yeah, exactly. And then you got this crazy thing. Mo's got to head out. Hail Mo. Always a pleasure. His barbs, his jibes. Hope to see you tomorrow. What am I doing here? That way. Yes. On this date in 1983, V premiered. The TV show? I don't think I've ever seen that. Was it good? I mean, I was alive, but I feel like it's a little before my time. The mini series. What is it about? I was 3 years old. It's very easy for me to figure out how old I was in any year because I was born in 80. So, an alien invasion. Yeah, that does sound familiar. It's British, isn't it? V. It's a bit better. Less jarring. Mm-hmm. All right. No, it was US. Oh, there you go. I don't know then. I know nothing. But you guys already knew that. Mark Singer, The Beastmaster stars. I have no idea what that means. We have an alien invasion in the United States and in the UK, and starting to get one here in Australia too. And if the election goes as everyone says it's going to go, it's going to get even worse. Yay. I think I might have overcooked things up here. This subtlety is a bit better. Because I forgot I'm layering on effects, though. I need to knock that back a bit. An alien invasion or a hipster invasion? Which would be worst? Well, look. Hipsters can always grow up, you know? It's very hard to be a hipster when you're worried about more practical matters. One of them is annoying, the other could be deadly, says Iodine. Yes, exactly. What was I doing? Yes, knocking it back a bit. Too much. can actually see. There we go. That's not what I want to do. All right, looks a bit better. Actually, I missed a spot over here, did I? A little bit. Hipsters let aliens vote, points out Cranberry Langers. He is, of course, talking about extraterrestrials. Of course. What else would we be talking about? Brian says, I mean, if the aliens are like, we're going to rule and dominate your planet and strip it of all its resources, but we get rid of all the hipsters, I'd consider it. It is a bold policy strategy. Hello, Jeffrey Beats. Is that how I pronounce that? Bites. If I was German, I would say bites. It's very easy to know how to pronounce it in German. You pronounce whatever the last letter is. But g'day. G'day. G'day, g'day. What's that down here? That's the sky. Let's give him a little something, something. Beats is right. So not German then. It has been very cool seeing everyone getting their trading cards. Not everyone yet, but only one of the ultra rares have been seen thus far, which is surprising. Anyway, it's got me thinking about what I want to do next with them. And, you know, do I start Series 2 on the Fractured Mind campaign, or do I wait and make it another big 9-card thing? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Hello, Herr Bancroft. You know, when I was in Germany, I learned very quickly not to say Michael. Because whenever you say Michael to Germans, they hear Marco. You know, they ask your name and you say Michael. And they start calling you Marco. Because they don't hear it. So I have to call myself Michael. Which is weird. I was like, that's not my name. Oh, shit. Butch Geese passed away? Holy shit. Let me take a look. Was he old? Oh, no. Graham Nolan, rest in peace, the incredible Butch Geese. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So sorry to hear of his passing day. Butch was an amazing talent and one of the good guys. Butch did a couple of covers for Compass. Yeah, he was one of my favorite artists. I was introduced to him through the Futurists. What was that company? You know, the I can't remember their names. You know, the Red Rooster people. Oh, that sucks. I don't know how old he was. I don't know if he was. I mean, it looks like he's been in the industry a long time, so Google that. Only 63. Damn. Oh, rest in peace, Jackson Butch Geese. Allegiance, yeah, that's them. He did the Futurist, and I was blown away by it. It's so funny. I'm looking through his art on Twitter, and he started off, just like how a lot of people do, just doing the same kind of house style, but he really eventually developed his own thing, which I loved. That's a tragedy. 63, dang. The Butch. Born in 61, damn. Life is not fair. That's for sure. All right. A lot of people, the last 3 years after COVID, I think a lot of what I'm seeing, they're saying, that when people get sick now, they get really sick really quick, and it hits super hard and fast, and the doctors don't even have time to respond. I don't know what that happened here, obviously, but it seemed to be a trend. Yeah. Gotblade says 13 years younger than me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't fair, A lot of the time, the good ones go too soon, and the nasty ones linger. Not saying you're nasty. I'm just, it's just is what it is. His father passed away 3 months ago too. Damn, that's awful for his family. You do seem to see that though, especially with partners. But sure there'll be lots of nice tributes from people who actually knew him. I only learnt about him 5 years ago. That Futurist book he did was amazing. The art in it was nuts. Heartache does actual harm. Yeah, that's true. And a lot of the times, I'm presuming, people just sort of think, well, what am I hanging around for after something like that happens? Henry says, when a man's wife passes, he typically goes within 3 years. When a woman's husband passes, she'll live another 20 years. Is that? I wonder if that's actually true. But I have known a woman. I've known a woman personally whose husband died youngish. I'd say probably about 60, and she was 104. So she lived, a full life, decades after he died, and she never remarried, never, just lived her life as a widow. We got Liam in the house. Tell everyone how great I am. I have been enjoying the farm videos, Liam, I have to say. That's been good, wholesome content. I should probably not brush these in. It's a bit silly. Men become dependent. Women are like, finally. Yeah, we do get domesticated. When I think about when I was in my early 20s, the things I would do for myself and that I just don't do anymore. You know, it's all taken care of now. It's like, yeah, I used to cook things. I remember that. I haven't properly cooked anything more than, spaghetti bolognese in over 20 years. It's glorious. Cranberry says, I think men carry stress worse or have more stress. Possibly. I don't really know. I'm a bit of an outlier. I don't really stress that much. Pretty easygoing. Not that I don't ever get stressed, but actually I once got friggin' what's that thing called? Shingles from stress. Which just meant, okay, I gotta relax a bit. Not take things essentially I think I was just overworking myself, really. If you can believe it. Henry says men have more stressful jobs and take the world on their shoulders. I can see that. I also see a lot of women take the sort of family burden on their shoulders, even when they don't really have to. They just do it voluntarily. They see it as their responsibility to manage everyone in the family. Early shingles means you are immunocompromised yourself. Citizen says, at least it wasn't the Zades. You don't want that. It's no good. Crenshaw says, yeah, my wife had shingles. It seemed like hell. It was so bad. And you can present anywhere that a nerve comes from your spine. So that nerve goes all over your body. Mine ended up on my face. So my head blew up like the Elephant Man. It was so painful. Actually, I got it. I saw it early. I thought it was like a cluster of pimples. I was like, what the hell is this? So I went to the doctor straight away and he's like, oh, you're really lucky that you came straight away, because there's actually a pill that it'll make it all come out quicker, but it'll be over quicker. And boy, did it come out quick. I took the pill and then within a day, my head was like, but then it was over a lot sooner. So, at least there was that. But yeah, it was very painful. The forehead swelling didn't go away. Yes. He's like, what's that weird lump there? Oh, no, don't worry. That's from me banging my head on ramps and stuff. Dude, my head got even bigger, KSS, if you can believe it. But shingles is basically, it's chickenpox, isn't it? It's the chickenpox virus that sits in the base of your spine. That's what my doctor told me, and it just waits until you're looks like I'm gonna say, hey, gotcha. Godblade says, yikes, I thought it was always on the ribs. It can be anywhere. Legs, back, chest, head. I don't know if it goes out into the arms. Maybe it does, but yeah, he showed me a map of the I guess the nerves that it travels up. So it's like when you get stressed and it gets released, it travels and then it settles somewhere, and then where it settles is where you get messed up. But some people can get it all over their body, which sounds like hell on earth. What's up, Rick Sailor? Give that fist bump. What do you do to mitigate the shingles pain? You take painkillers and suffer. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's much else you can do. I don't quite know. I mean, it was a while ago now. I tell you what it was. I was just really going nuts with the webcomic. And I was just, you know, it's like, oh, I got to get, this update out. And I was just really, and this is, I still had a day job and everything. And I just really got overworked. And then I learned, okay, it'll get done when it gets done. It's not, nothing is worth, doing this to yourself over. Oopsie daisy, didn't mean to do that. All right, I'm stuffing up here. Rick Seller says, got my cards yesterday. They turned out great. Thank you. Thank you for backing them. Yeah, it's really happy with how it all turned out. And I look forward to, now that I've got started, I can do an actual, because I always looked at, I know Ethan has a massive set. Other people do as well. Actually, Chris Fisk has an amazing set, but I think he's doing more of like an actual game. But still, so I just wanted to get started. And so now I can add things to campaigns and have it be part of the set. And, okay, it says concurs, shingles are the worst. They're painful and nasty to look at. I divorced my wife because of her shingles. I told her I agree till death do us part, but none of this about this hideous mess. Damn. Cold-blooded. That's some cold shit right there, KSS. It's not permanent. Rick Salas says, just don't do exclusive cards, then sell them later on for a cheaper price on your website. Yeah, I won't be doing that. It's actually really, I've got, because they overprinted and gave me a whole bunch more, and I was like, oh, I've got to wait until I'm going to make sure everyone gets theirs safe and sound. Then I'm going to have to just destroy them. So I'm going to have extra sets, so the regular base cards, but the specials, I have to get rid of them, and that's just so against my nature. But, you know, it's there's a reason why they're sought after items. Thankfully, though, a lot of people bought multiple sets, so they have multiple copies of at least the rare ones. So they hopefully will have a lot to sell if people want them. But yeah, I know that's. I mean, the whole point of it is that they're supposed to be collectible, you know. So you kind of use that, right? Cranberry Lanterns with a either a Rick James reference or a Dave Chappelle reference. Unity. We got Jay Ryan in the house. What's up, Jay? Lots of people showing up. Great to have everyone here. Thank you very much. Please do like the stream. I hear it makes a difference. We're hanging out for another half an hour or so, and then I got to go to work. You might not hear it, but there are magpies out. Doing their warble, which I do love. What geeks do? What's up? Do something cool like encase the special cards in resin. Rick says, I got scammed into buying multiple sets looking for those supposedly rare cards. Did you get any, Rick? I mean, I promised they were 100% random. But we've only seen, he got none. That like one guy bought 20 packs. Bless him. And he got 8 of the rare and just 1 of the ultra rare, which is pretty crazy. The magpies took them. Yeah, we love magpies here because we have the friggin' invasive birds, and they get into fights with the magpies. Let's get rid of that. Bancroft, you realize the link for the Fractured Mind mailing list says Fractured Mind? Does it? Where's that? Is that on the description or is that on my website? It's no, I didn't realize that. I have to zoom out here to sort of get a bit of consistency going. David L says, I found a camel toe in one of your drawings. Oh my God. What is going on out here? What's going on out here lately? Let me have a look. Hey, we got Salty in the house. What's up, Salty? That's a great stream we had a few weeks ago. I'm going to chat with Salty a bit more. natural conversationalist. Right, I'm going to my website here. Actually, that's a good break point. Let me bring it up. Bancroft finally realized that sex sells. Maybe one day. Actually, I was thinking of doing the original art of the. Did you all see the? Is it the third, second, third? I don't know. Whatever the latest Visions, Malin's Visions campaign. There was an Ella in there in the book. It was sort of like a. I wouldn't say it's not safe for work, but it's definitely the sexiest she's ever been. I was thinking of selling the original art of that on the next campaign. Maybe. We'll see. Salty says, yeah, it was fun. We should do it again. Yeah, we absolutely should. I do want to start having more just conversations with dudes, you know, rather than like just chill shows or like latest events or whatever. I really enjoyed that stream I did with Pizza Medi, and I want to do more like that. All right, let me see if it's on the website at all. Okay, there's Fractured there. Okay, sign up here. Fractured. Oh my god, it's in the URL. Thank you, KSS. We'll be fixing that post haste. I wanted to show you though. Check it out. I sold 2. Thank you very much to the person who bought 2 of these, which means there's only 1 left. This is the Tampa Bay variant, which is a beautiful kind of it looks like it's a blue light. It isn't, but it looks like it's kind of like a blue light coloring. It's very funky. There's only 1 of them left in XXL. And I sold another hardcover. So there's only 9 left in that. And which means $190 away from 80 grand. Now it's taken over 2 years to get here, granted, but it still counts. I know, right? Citizen Rain. Yeah, can't even get his friggin' name of his thing right. So yeah, if you haven't got a hardcover, and I did get a message from a friend who just recently bought them, who was really impressed with them, and they are very impressive. I spent a lot of money on getting these things printed right. You can just go to a kind of like a normal print shop and they'll do hardcovers. This is like proper European quality where you can lay it out flat, and there's actually stitched signatures, you know, stitched with thread, not glued. So it opens perfectly. Yeah. And I got that where the hell is it? There's gotta be one around here somewhere. Have one? I don't. And I probably should. You know, the inside covers. Anyway, yeah, don't sleep on it. Okay, let's see how much I can get of this finished. I'm so slow when I do this live. It's really terrible, but chat interaction and everything, it's important. This is why you work in masks. That you can always, if you don't like something later, you can always just pick it out and do what you want with it. Brush things in. Look at that. Get a cool effect going. All right. What am I doing here? Do I do the blue or do I do the glow first? Like a clown mask? No, like a mask. Look at all these masks I've got. There's one there. That's for the blue light. That's for the shadows. That doesn't really matter. That's what I've just been working on now, the orange glow. There's the windows. There's that sort of, I guess, ambient glow. Cranberry says, I'm wearing a couple of masks right now. That is unusual. I should actually mask out all these Ellas, so I don't have to keep selecting them because it's kind of annoying. Let's do that. Just the Ellas. Just give me the Ellas. There's a lot of them. Yep. I probably already have them all masked out already, and I just forgot. I did. I already had it. I just forgot I had it. What's up, Sumo? Oh, I got to show Sumo. Sumo shared his glorious sketch that I did for him. That I spent so much time on. Where is it? Did I not retweet it? I'll have to retweet it later. Check this out. Yes, so for everyone who ordered 4 or more, glorious, yes, glorious. It's like, I don't know if you should be throwing that word around. Oh, ye of little faith. Where is it? There it is. So this is what I did for Sumo. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. I said oi oi oi, and then I sketched out this brilliant Honda based off his avatar. And then I signed it, which is important to have a signature. And I said, hold on to this and sell it for $1 million when I'm famous. Yeah, so don't throw it out. I probably should put that in some kind of heavy duty case. Because yeah, this is gonna sell for big bucks one day. I did a bunch of these for people who backed over 4 things. I'm not promising that going forward. It's just there was, I don't know how many there were. Those are like 25 or something. I was just sitting there while I was packing. But that's I will go the extra mile for you, Sumo. And I even looked up reference for this. Can't you tell? So I could get all the proportions and the details just so. All right, I'm getting distracted. I only got 20 minutes left. Can I get some of the highlighting done? Probably not. Actually, I need to do more of this glow here. So glow. I think there's supposed to be some glow over the thing as well, but I won't do that right now. Figure that out. Dude, we should do a live stream together and share our different processes on how we color. Yeah, I'll do that. My process is whatever I want. Whenever I want it. Not really. It's like things I picked up here and there. I went the extra kilometer. What's longer? Yeah, a mile is longer than a kilometer, I think. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Got the hood on, looking like a Russian priest. Now, this is my Darth Bogan look. You can tell now the light is starting to come in. I should darken it up a bit in here. It's looking a bit. There we go. A Russian priest. I like that. If you guys want to watch a good colorist, oh my god, watch Rob Duena. Dude's the man. I've never heard of Rob Duena. Let me go click on that so I save it for later. Sketch. Oh, looks cool. KSS says we should do a stream together where I ask you questions about the Predator series. Yeah, I don't know how well I would go with that. I know, get to the chopper. That's from Predator, isn't it? The hell? What is that? What is there a square on her hand? Where is that hiding? What layer do I have somewhere? Oh, there it is. All right. It was an unexpected event. All right, I think this is too... That's all right. I know, get to the chopper. That's Predator, isn't it? See, because you have to ask, I want to do a Predator trivia with you. All right, Predator trivia. Let's do it. If you want to make up a Predator trivia, I will play it with you on the show. Hopefully we can involve everyone else. Wouldn't want to just be me. We could do the Beat Bancroft series. And I have to be the one who's, you know, I'm not running the trivia. I'm taking the trivia with everyone else. I think that would be fun. Let's do that. Predator. Yeah, or better than how Choker used to say. Remember Predator? We still say in this house, we'll still say something like oh, I'm gonna get my water and watch some Predator. Gotblade says there's a lot to this. There is a lot to coloring. I tell you what. That's why everyone complains about it. It takes so long. Well, maybe it's just the way I do it. I like to layer things. Get that sort of light effect. The Predator hasn't ever had a win. Oh, Kirby. He's got a theory here. The Predator, the galaxy's worst hunter, destroyed by human teens and the mentally handicapped. He's never had a win. Well, the ones we've seen, you know. When we say in the house, you mean you, right? Well, mostly me, but, you know. Clark will say it from time to time. Clark likes to say, back when we were watching Peaky Blinders, he picked up on that. I would say to Mel, it's, oh, we got to watch Peaky Blinders. So he would start saying that as well. But he kind of went a bit over the top with it. And now he hears this, oh, Peaky Blinders, Scotland, like that. It's quite cute. Godblade says, I have no discipline with preserving layers. Oh, I preserve all the layers. Yeah, every single one of these things is a mask. Like this is what I just did just then. That's the sort of yellow glow I put on her. And then I'm gonna, yeah, it's a whole layering effect. You can sort of see it here with this one. So turn it off. Where is it? So first she gets a bit of a yellow glow. Actually, that shouldn't be like that. Shouldn't have done that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Then she gets a bit more of a what would you call that? Like specular light. And the cool thing about that is when I add that on top of the glow, you get this cool sort of gradient map type effect in there. So you get kind of multiple. It goes from yellow to this pink, and yeah, you know, like it looks really nice on the skin as well. So it's like a fake gradient map, but it works with my cell shading sort of system. And hang on, I forgot. I did the purple too. And what's that? Oh, that's just a color change on her skin. And then add in the blue highlights coming from the moon. Some purplish sort of shadows there to you know, differentiate it. And then these cool glowing rim lights. And you end up with. So it's all just layering and figuring out, you know, what colors you want. And I've got a little bit of a thing going on in there that I can get rid of somewhere, wherever that is. Nope, don't want to do that. Sumo Thori just sent 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Sumo. Where's my thing? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Thank you, Sumo, Phil, and Selmo. Oh, my wife, Mel B. Awesome one, Judd and Yang Yan Zhao. All our friends this time. Beautiful. Thank you very, very much, Sumo Thori. Where's this? Where is it? I owe him a video. How about we play this one?
Well, cheers, big ears.
Cheers, big ears, indeed. I ain't got time to bleed. Something I say every time I get that. Gravy says it looks great. Thank you. Natural looking skin. Yeah, that's the hard thing when you do cell shading. And I do cell shading because, well, that's just the sort of the quickest way I found to make cool coloring. I do like a cut and grad cell shade. You know, because there's obviously a lot to do in a comic. I didn't want to do too much brushing, but it's like halfway between brushing in and just, you know, putting in highlights and stuff. But it gives a really nice look. The final effect is really nice. Look at the different. That's all from just layering. That's the glow plus the highlight plus that purple effect I put on there, and just with basic masks, you know, I get a pretty decent effect there. I'm a pack rat with layers, says Salty. It's a problem. Nick says, yeah, the Lady Midnight cover. Oh, yeah, that looked good, that cover. It's way too many layers. You can't have enough. Let me save this. I didn't really get very far, but that's usually what happens on these coloring streams. I'll finish this one up the top later tonight, and then I'll share the page. This is one of the pages I wanted to have on the campaign page. That's why I'm working on it. Still got a few things to figure out what exactly I want to do. But it's getting there. It's taking a long time to save because it's 16-bit. Looks fantastic. Thank you very much. Cranberry. Always commenting on my shorts too. And sharing amazing art with me. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, let's do a Predator quiz because it's kind of a hot topic at the moment. All right, is it saved yet? Yeah, because I wanted to show you where we started. All right, and I feel worried when I do this if I'm going to like stuff up somehow and lose everything I've done. It is saved, so I can do this. All right, this is where we started. Let's zoom in a bit so you can see it a bit better. That's where we started. And this is everything we did. Yeah, it's good. All right. Good start. All right. Yeah, go sign up to Faction. I've got to change that URL. Thank you for pointing that out, KSS. Very much appreciated. I will stream tomorrow. Do I have anyone coming on? I don't know. I might do another forward cast. That was fun. Everyone's doing their own cast show. I thought, well, look, I've got my brand. It's the forward. Expose it to the world. All right. Bunch of doing nothing and standing. Yeah, exactly. Looks great. Creates a lot of warmth and a city with actual life in it. Thank you very much. All right, that's going to be it from me. I will see you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic night. I'm going to go to work, and I'll see you then. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.